What's up? My name's Christian Lee. I'm part of Earworm, and we're here with. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Michael Seyer.
Hey, Michael, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing great too. I'm doing great, and I'm glad to interview. And how you've played at San Diego before? How does it feel to be back?
Feels good. Yeah, I mean, it's always nice being in California. I'm from California, so I mean, San Diego's not where I'm from, but
Yeah.
it definitely
It's
feels.
not too far of a drive.
Yeah, it feels more familiar than most of the places where we will go. You know, like for tour or anything.
Yeah. And so you're playing here tonight, and you've played pretty much like across the country. And so I'm wondering, what do you usually request? When you put on your hospitality rider? Is there anything?
Just like fucking normal shit, like fruit, beers. I'm not much of a drinker, so I don't really put like hard liquor or anything. I'll do it for my guys,
Yeah.
because they're drinkers. So I'll put like tequila for my bassist. He's a big tequila drinker, but I'm pretty low maintenance, so not too much things.
Was it just like any like general like beer or anything specific?
Sapporo. Yeah, that's my.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's, again, I'm not much of a drinker, but Sapporo's my like favorite beer. So
It's cool.
yeah.
And so you're dropping your EP, Nostalgia EP, this month. And I thought it was funny. You're dropping it the same month as your parents' anniversary, right?
I guess so. I don't know. How do you know that?
Was that a coincidence, or did you do that on purpose?
Nah, I didn't even know. I'm really bad at dates, so I don't know their anniversary.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that's why you did it, because I pre-ordered the EP, and I've seen the photos and everything. It's all like throwback with you and your family. So I'm like, oh.
No,
Makes sense.
completely coincidence. If that's correct, I don't know how extensive your research is, but if that is correct, that's impressive and just a complete coincidence.
You're about to see the extensive amount.
Okay.
But anyways, moving on, let's do another one about your parents. So, are there like any weird habits like you picked up from your parents? Like for me, for example, I pick up from my dad. Like every time we go to a party and there's gonna be food, we still just like eat a meal before like we head over. It's weird.
Not really. I mean, I have my habits, but I don't think that maybe the closest thing that I have to a habit that's similar to my parents' habits are smoking. So, but aside from that, I don't think too much.
Okay. And I know you really close with your family because your brother's in the band too.
Yeah.
But were there like any artists like you listened to growing up? That
Yeah.
maybe your parents put on, or just like.
I mean, a lot of artists. My dad put me on to all the artists that I listened to. Like when I was like 10, he just put like a bunch of Beatles on my lap, and just a bunch of classic rock, Queen, Beatles, Led Zeppelin, all that. Yeah.
Cool. And I know the Beatles has a special place between you and your dad. That's where we actually got a gift for you.
What? Are you doing like a Nardwuar thing?
A little. And it's actually a Beatles record.
Nardwuar type beat.
Yeah, now we're type B. And it's
What?
actually a
That's
sick
what the
record.
hell?
Have you seen this one before?
No. Oh, actually, I think I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually a bootleg copy.
This is pretty freaky for them.
Yeah. No, this
Yeah.
is what after they started started doing drugs. This is after Rubber Soul.
Okay, yeah,
And
yeah.
so-
Rubber Soul was definitely that album
Yeah.
where it's a little more transitionary, where they got a little more psychedelic,
And so I guess the thing between them, between when they were dropping records in UK and North America, they didn't follow the UK. They just put songs together and just dropped it as albums. And so when they were gonna drop an album for this one, the Beatles were like, "Yo, fuck you, let's do this cover."
Yeah.
And so they dropped in the US, and the US after a couple of days they're like, "Okay, we gotta send this back." And so this is the original version of the album, the original cover of the album.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for this.
You're
Shit.
welcome. And I know, you're not going to be on tour soon, but when you go on tour again, I know, all the car rides are a little bit boring, and so I thought to help you pass the time too, we have one last gift for you. It's actually the Beatles book.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we've been binging Beatles on we play music in the van and just sing along to all the Beatles because we're all really big Beatle heads.
Yeah, the Beatles are a classic, so it makes sense.
It's cool, man.
You're welcome. All right, and so I think this is a good time to move on to the next segment of the interview. I mean, we've talked a little bit about it already, but it's kind of like a deep dive on you, just seeing what you were like growing up. And so the first question for this one is, I heard, did you do cross country like when you were younger?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
You probably saw the cross country sweater. That was my sister's.
Ah.
So.
Do you do any sports at all though?
No, I'm not a sports guy at all. My dad really wanted me to do wrestling, but I'm just the most, like, I'm not inclined in sports whatsoever. So that was a hard pass for me.
What was it like growing up in Gardena?
It was pretty slow. You know, it's like it's right under Los Angeles, but it's not quite Los Angeles. It's like the South Bay. It's kind of like a weird middle ground city between Los Angeles and the suburbia that surrounds Los Angeles. So I didn't do much, you know, just hung out with my friends, made music to pass the time, and that's how I got in the habit of making music. So.
And I heard I think I heard this from another interview. You said when you met King Kroll, you actually gave him your beat tape, right?
Yeah, I did. I hope he didn't listen to it. It was crappy.
Would you give him a beat tape now?
Hell no. I'm like very out of practice for making beats. I mean, I'll do it sometimes, but it's like, I don't know. You have to keep constantly making beats to be a good beat maker. So I'm doing like different music, and I'll just do that for fun here and there, but nothing too serious. Yeah.
And going back to Gardena a little bit, I heard there was like this place called Salty Sports.
Yeah, Salties. What the heck?
Can you tell me anything about that?
Yeah, it was like this like surfboard or surfing clothing company on like Western, and my brother had just a bunch of Salties shirts, and you know I would just like grab my brother's clothes, you know, and wear them. And we would go in a few times, I swear, and he opened up like a spot, like right on Western, and every time we'd go in, he'd just be like, "Oh, we're not really open right now." Like I did that once, and then like I came back 6 months later, and he's like, "Yeah, we're not really like." They just kept giving excuses saying like, "Yeah, the store hasn't opened yet," you know, and I don't even know if it's open.
No, I'm pretty sure it closed down now.
Okay, yeah, probably.
Yeah, it makes sense if they're never open.
Yeah.
Okay, and going back a little bit to like your earlier music too, you did an EP called Greetings, right?
Yeah, I did.
But that's not the first project you did called Greetings, though.
Oh, what the hell?
So what can you tell me
Fuck
about
outta
that,
here.
Chief?
Ah, you fucker. It's just a really cringe like beat. It was like my beat tape. Yeah. So I just like it was like more like trip hop based instrumentals. And how did you know about that? That's so weird. I like deleted everything. I like burned it to the ground.
It's probably better if you did do that.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you know, you did make beats, but you were actually, I don't think if a lot of your fans know this, but you actually used to be a rapper too, right?
I did, yeah. Well, I'm a musician, so all forms of music really intrigue me, and still today I'm a really big hip hop head, and I'll just bounce around from genre to genre and just kind of make shit and put it out there, and you know, sometimes I'll just leave it up there and not even talk about it because, you know, I'm just trying to express myself. So that was like one attempt to express myself when I was very young, and it didn't really stick.
I mean, I think, you know, Michael Seyer, I mean, I didn't listen to your old stuff, but Michael Seyer, I think you make better music now.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to, Elephant and Native Tribe, right?
You gotta stop with that. Bro, that's the cringiest shit. I don't want you to open that shit up.
Okay, the last question I'll have about this though is because it's funny because like I mentioned like some of those groups, but I know Soma and Alfred, they're in the band too, but is there anyone else or is it just them?
No, it's just them.
Thank God.
Yeah, so me and my drummer and my brother, who's my keyboardist, we used to be in like this rap troupe when we were all in high school with a bunch of our high school friends, and they rapped too, and we all kind of made beats and just tossed it around and would rap on each other's beats. And like I said, we're all musicians, so when I started this new music project, my first thought was to include him in the project because I've worked with them before and I've always enjoyed it, and they're like my best friends. So whether it's hip hop, whether it's indie, whether it's if I make polka music in 10 fucking years, I'll always, you know, include them in that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I know you've been friends with some of them since like middle school, right?
Yeah. So I've been friends with a lot. Well, a lot of them, you know, they aren't as involved in my band, but like a lot of musicians that I surround myself with, I've known for a while. Like I've known the Interwave guys since like middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. And so going back to the nostalgia beat though, because I know like, you know, in past projects you've done like songs where like the cover art is like your mom, your dad,
Yeah.
or like your siblings, for example. I'm wondering like, you know, what made you decide to make this why make the EP, you know, nostalgia EP?
You know what? It's not that deep. I just made like a few songs, like 6 songs in the span of like 7 months, and I was really listening to a lot of old things, and I've always been like that. I really love old music, like I'm an old soul, and when all the songs were done, I like listened to them, and I thought they sounded very nostalgic, I guess, whether it's like just for me personally or just kind of like the sonic qualities of the album. And I thought, you know, nostalgia just sounded like a fit, you know, like I try not to spend too much time on like names and stuff, but it just sounded right to me, so that I just went for it.
All right, and you know, thanks for taking time to do the interview. But before we turn off the camera now, I'm gonna get out of frame, and you could just look in the camera. Is there anything you want to say to your fans? Like anything you want to plug? Anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, I guess the new. So wait.
Okay, now go for it.
I guess just the new EP. It comes out tomorrow. It's called Nostalgia, 6 tracks. I hope people enjoy it, and if you have been a fan for a while, thanks for supporting me, and if you're a new fan coming in,